Hi, hi guys. We're just another teacher to join us, okay? And meanwhile, you can introduce yourselves, please. Hi, Pamela, Katerina, Ariana. Hi guys. Seth, we're live already.
Hi there. Sorry I'm late. Running from another lesson.
Yeah. So I've just told them to introduce themselves. Okay.
Yeah, great. How are you, Angela, on this Saturday morning?
Oh, very busy, very busy. I've
Yeah?
been working since, yeah. And this is my third lesson in a row.
Yeah, me too.
Yes. Yeah, I
Well,
can imagine.
usually on
Hi.
Saturday, when we have to work on Saturday, I feel, no one really wants to work on Saturday. But
No
now
one.
Saturday is like every other day. When you're in
Exactly.
quarantine,
Yeah,
Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, what
it's all
changes?
the same. Yeah,
It
true,
is.
true,
So,
true. Hmm.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
well, let me open up here. I will share our lesson that we're going to do today. I thought that
Hmm.
since we are all trapped inside with no
Hmm.
visitors, I thought it could be nice for us to pretend as if we had someone coming to see us. It's a nice idea.
Nice. Yes, very good. Good idea. Yeah.
Have you done anything? Have you been like, I don't know, doing more FaceTime or Skype calls, like to have some contact with people?
Yeah, I have. I have. In fact, a lot of my friends and family around the world, they've been very concerned. So
Hmm.
everyone's been calling.
Yeah,
Actually, I haven't had time for myself because everyone's been calling and wanting
it's
to know
true.
what's going on. And unfortunately, the news from here is not the best. So everyone seems to be very concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think in America,
Mm.
I'm from the United States, and so like
Hmm.
um when in my country when people watch the American news and they talk about Italy, they talk about Milan because Milan has
Yeah.
we're in the area that has maybe the worst situation. And so my friends
Hmm.
think that I'm in like this really horrible like that it's very very dangerous. And it's true that okay, there's an aspect of, danger, but in
Yeah.
general, the waiting
Hmm.
inside is just I said it's not so much that it's dangerous, we're just kind of getting
Yeah.
bored.
Yeah.
But
I think the most hard hit areas are more like Bergamo
Bergamo, yeah,
and
and
the other
Lodi, I think.
place, Lodi. I think Lodi
Yeah,
and Brescia.
yeah.
But I keep saying Milan, so everyone thinks that it's
Probably
Milan.
just because when you think of the world, people know Milan,
Yeah.
so they use
Okay.
Milan, I would think,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, we're still in it, aren't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah. We're still in it. We're
We're
near, but
still in it.
waiting and hoping for things to get better. I haven't left the house for the
No, me
last
neither.
2 weeks. I haven't even stepped out. Maybe just to
Yeah,
throw some trash, but that's it.
yeah. We've done a few. We have a lot of people. I'm just maybe as we talk, I'm just gonna put up just so we can see everyone saying hi. But um,
Hmm.
I've been doing with some of my friends, we've been calling them our virtual dinners.
Okay.
So, just calling some friends through Skype
Uh-huh.
or something. And while they eat their dinner, we eat our dinner, but at least this way we can talk and
Oh, that's
feel
nice.
like we're
That's nice.
together. Kind of helps a
Yeah.
little bit. So, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. We
Well,
have to be there
shall
for
we
each other.
begin?
Yes,
Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure.
You ready?
Sure.
Ready to
All
go?
right. Yeah. How about can you read for us? What are we doing
Yes.
today?
Yeah, we're going to be hosting a foreign visitor. Do you like
Yeah.
place, Seth?
In general, I
You're taking
do,
too
but
long
my
to
in
answer
in
that.
my apartment, yeah, well, my apartment now is a typical Milanese apartment, so it's not very big, and it's not. I
Hmm.
had, I think in like October, two of my friends came, and
Hmm.
they stayed. We have the sofa that opens,
Hmm.
luckily
Okay.
they slept on that sofa, but the living room and the kitchen are like one area. So
Mhm.
after a week of that, it's difficult to have people in
Yeah,
your
yeah.
house. In my parents' house, the house I grew up in is quite, it's big. Everyone has their own room. So you can have privacy. You can, if you, but and so it's much easier. But so in general, yes, but in my current house, not so much.
Not so
How about
much,
for
yeah.
you?
Okay. I do like having guests over, but I don't like them staying for too long. Okay. Yeah. As you said, I mean, I really do enjoy having friends over or family members over, but not for too long. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just that.
for sure.
Mhm.
All right,
All right.
let's get into this. So
Do you want me to read?
we can take a little moment for these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Mhm. Okay. What are some things? Okay. Oh, okay. Should I start?
Yeah.
Hosting a foreign visitor. Okay. Have you ever hosted a foreign visitor? Guys, tell us, have you ever hosted a foreign visitor? What about you, Seth? Oh, you just told us about your friends coming.
Yeah. And actually in my
Attendees.
home, my mother was I'm just writing a note to our students.
Mhm.
My mom was a French and Spanish teacher, and so she has lots of friends from around the world. And so when I was growing up, we often had people staying with us from other countries. And it's interesting because you can learn some interesting things. Usually they would cook food for us from their countries, or even just hearing languages and things like this was always an interesting thing. So we've had many foreign visitors in my house.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. Giuseppe's asked, do you like couch surfing? Do you know what couch surfing is, Angela?
Yeah, I do.
I
I do.
have.
In
I've
fact,
used
there
it
is
before to travel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and how was your experience?
Yeah.
I've never really heard good things about couch surfing.
I've had some good and some bad interesting experiences, let's say. So one time when I moved to Italy, actually almost 4 years ago, when I moved to Italy, I found a really, really cheap the airplane from my home to Turin, so near Milan. But so I arrived quite late at night in Turin. And so I found because there's a website, couchsurfing.com, and I had found a person who hosted me. They picked me up at the airport, and I stayed at their house for the night. And that experience was quite nice. A normal, nice guy. Like, it was a nice experience. We stayed in touch for a few months, but then just, we didn't really have a friendship. It was just the one night, but it was nice. Also, when I was at one point in my late 20s, I lived in an apartment that was quite large, quite big, and I lived near a very big amusement park, the Luna Park, so a lot of people were traveling through the part of my country where I lived, and so I thought, I'm gonna see, and I had I think 3 people come stay with me. One of them he was like an egomaniac. This guy just thought he was the coolest person in the world. He had done everything. He was really annoying. I did not enjoy being with him. And one guy, one night, he came home into my house. He was very, very drunk. And this was the second guy. So after a third guy, one guy was fine, but the one guy, he was drunk, and so then I decided, you know what, and it was uncomfortable because he was angry, it was weird, and I said, okay, no more of this, because it was an
It could
uncomfortable
get dangerous.
situation.
Yeah,
it was an uncomfortable situation. So yeah,
like Ariana says that she's hosted her ex-boyfriend many times because he's from Naples,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Luca says, I always host my friend when he comes to visit me, but now it's impossible. Yes, it's
Yes.
impossible at the moment. He's from Germany.
Great job, Luca. Very nice.
Yeah. Sometimes I hosted my daughter's friends. She's studying at a university in London. Oh, good, Maria.
Very nice. Cool. So you've had some British people in your home.
Yeah. I hope you practiced your English when
Mhm.
they were there. Okay. I've always had the problem that I haven't had a host room, and so I have to host on my bed couch that is an open space kitchen. Ah,
Yeah. Let me just
Filippo.
fix a thing.
Yeah.
So we say guest room, a
Very
guest
good.
room,
Yeah.
and the bed couch. What would you call the bed couch? I think he means the sofa that
Yeah, yeah,
opens.
yeah. The pull-out bed, I would say. The
Yeah.
pull-out bed
So we
on the
would
sofa
probably
of
call
the
this
sofa.
a pull-out bed or a pull-out
Hmm.
sofa or just the pull-out. Maybe we might
Just the
just say.
pull-out. Yeah. Hmm.
Nice. Good job, you guys. How about
Hmm.
um? How about you? You've hosted foreign people in your home?
Foreign people. Well, I have a very, very big family, so I have a lot of friends because, as you know, I was traveling the world for the last 14 years. So
Mhm.
yes, I've hosted quite a few number of people at my place. Yes, I've
Yeah.
enjoyed doing so.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's move down to number question, maybe three, question 3 and 4. We can kind of put them
Yeah.
together. First I'll look at Pamela. So she says, I'm a
Yeah.
dancer, and sometimes
Pam.
I've hosted other
Uh-huh.
dancers
Yes.
of other countries and
Uh,
nationalities. Nice.
nationalities.
Cool.
Okay, nice.
And one more. What's this?
Ah.
Instead, I've often been hosted through Airbnb. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, okay. That's it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Filippo
Okay, so
Gatti.
I'm going to read 3 and 4 for us. So,
Mm-hmm. Let me
what
get that out. Mm-hmm.
what did your host or what did you do to make other people comfortable or uncomfortable? And what do you think makes a good or a bad host?
Yeah, let us know in your comments below and tell
Yeah.
us what you did to make your visitors stay more comfortable,
Yeah.
happy, and pleasant.
Or what
Okay.
did people do for you that made
Or
you
what did,
feel
yeah,
comfortable?
exactly.
Yeah, both directions we can.
Yeah, yeah, let us know. What did you do, Seth, to make your visitors feel more comfortable?
Well, I usually, especially if they are guests that I know, if I
Mm-hmm.
know the people,
Okay.
I
Mm-hmm.
try to think about things that maybe I know that they would like to have in terms of food or drink or um, things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
and of course, just kind of cleaning in general, maybe
Yeah.
preparing. My house is small, so
Mm-hmm.
kind of preparing an area, maybe a corner, like this is your corner for your bags, like letting
Yeah.
them feel that certain areas of the house are, for them so that they don't feel like they are imposing in the space.
That's
Um,
nice. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so maybe making a shelf or an area that they can put their things. Of course, in the
Mm-hmm.
bathroom, preparing things like towels and
Mm-hmm.
the linens for the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so things like this. Letting
Nice.
them. We in English we often say uh, to let someone know that uh, that they're free in the house. They can do what they want. Um, we say make yourself at home. It's a
Yeah.
really common phrase. Make yourself at home, a way of saying like
Mm-hmm.
act as if this is your house. So if you're
Yeah.
thirsty, go get some
Mm-hmm.
water. If you're hungry, here are the cookies, so that people can feel comfortable.
Yes. Make
Yeah.
yourself at home, or make yourselves at home. It's
Make
plural.
yourselves. Yeah, exactly. Are there any particular
Yeah.
things you do, special things you do for others?
I don't know, just getting, towels and of course cleaning in general. In particular, I would maybe cook a meal so
Me
that,
too,
when they
maybe.
arrive, in case they're hungry, or to make sure that they have enough food in the fridge. These are
Yeah,
things I would do. Oh,
yeah,
Ariana says, if I host another person in my house, I buy his favorite food and I come with him to visit the landmarks of Milan. Oh, that's so
yeah,
nice of you, Ariana. So
yeah,
you're his personal tour guide and you take him around Milan,
yeah.
him or her around Milan. Okay, nice.
I just want to, this is a beautiful comment, Ariana, and I want to just make a general comment about it because it's something kind of interesting about English.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Um, so Ariana has written, I buy his favorite food and I come with him. And so something just interesting. So in English, we all know we have him and her for the
yeah.
boy and the girl. But
Mm-hmm,
sometimes, like in this sentence, Ariana is talking in general. And
mm-hmm.
something interesting that we do in English when we don't maybe mean a specific man or woman, we use they.
Excuse me.
So no problem.
Yeah,
So in this sentence, I might say something like, if I host another person, I buy their favorite
exactly.
food,
Mm-hmm.
which in this case, just it's the way of saying it's not a boy, it's just a person.
It's a
So
person, yeah.
nice. Just a
True.
thing
Good.
that's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Luca has a nice comment too. I think it's a good
Mm-hmm.
idea to buy some food and drink that they like, and also some toiletries. Oh, nice word, toiletries with
Yeah,
two
very
L's. I
good.
think toiletries has two L's. And prepare the
No,
guest
I think
room.
it's correct.
Isn't this one? Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
And prepare the
Don't
guest
worry.
room or the area where they will stay. And toiletries. What are
Very
toiletries,
nice.
Angela? Because it's a nice word. It's the perfect word.
Toiletries, yeah, exactly. So things that they would use, like personal effects, like your toothbrush, toothpaste, your
Yeah,
comb, maybe
yeah. All those little
some
things that you
deodorant. Yeah, all
get
those little
back.
things, your personal effects. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Right.
Okay. Well, this we've talked a
Mhm,
little bit about. Maybe real quickly, if we think about, it says here, when we are
mhm,
preparing, are some of the things
mhm,
a host
mhm.
prepare. So let's just think like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, we already said food and
Hmm.
drink. So buying food,
Mhm,
preparing places.
mhm.
Um, maybe you can just read some general, right?
Okay. And just before that, I want to quickly read what Giuseppe has written. I think that when you invite a person, she or he or they have to make a present, also a coin of his country. So when you invite that person, Giuseppe, they should bring you a present,
They have to give a
which,
present. I would
okay, so
say in my culture, this is not true in my
a
culture.
coin of his country. Do you mean the literal coin, like a 5 cents, 10 cents?
Some money,
Okay, all right.
like as
Yeah, well, I haven't heard
because in
of
my
that, but that's a good idea. A souvenir.
do you have in like because you're from Nepal, so you might have some
Uh,
interesting like do you have any tradition like polite things when you are going to someone else's house that you're supposed to do?
absolutely, absolutely. You never anytime. Okay, this is one of the hard and fast. Whenever you go to anyone's house, even if did you for tea or coffee or just yeah, for dinners, of course. And obviously, if you're coming from a different country, you're obviously going to for them.
Okay. Yeah, I think in the United States, if I'm going I don't think it's expected for me to take something to someone's house. If I do, it's fine, but it's not necessarily
Mm-hmm.
expected. Um, I think that in my culture, maybe what is more expected is that if I'm staying in your house, I
Mhm.
should be very aware. I should try to be clean. I don't want to be an imposition on you. So I should make my bed. I try to help clean. I offer to help you a lot. Can I help you clean the dishes? Can I help you take out the trash? Can I help you?
Mhm.
Um, so that I
Okay.
show you that I'm very thankful. I don't want I don't want to become work for you.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh,
Maybe if
that's
I'm from
nice.
another, I suppose maybe I do bring something from my country, but I don't think that an American is
Mhm.
expecting you to give me a gift. I don't think.
Okay.
Of course, I'll say, "Wow, that's wonderful," but it's not expected.
Okay. Yes. Very Nepali house. I don't think the Nepali family is going to expect gifts from the American person, because we understand that it's a very different culture. However,
Mhm.
if it's, for example, a Nepali to a Nepali, yes, because we understand the culture. So
Yeah,
maybe, yeah, that would be more reasonable to say. Yeah.
yeah. Because like when I go to my
Okay.
friend's house for a dinner or something,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
probably I
Mm-hmm.
will ask them, "Do I need to bring
Mm-hmm.
anything?"
Mm-hmm.
But like in Italy, it seems pretty standard. When you go to someone's house, you take wine. That
Mm-hmm.
seems pretty standard. And in my
Yeah.
country, it's normal to maybe if we want to, but if we come with nothing,
Mm-hmm.
it's also
It's
it's
all right.
also okay. Yeah, and usually even the guest will tell or the host will say like, "Don't bring anything. You really don't need to." And if they say
Mm-hmm.
that, they mean it. We don't have to
Okay.
bring anything.
All right.
If they want us to bring something, they will probably
Mm-hmm.
say, "Can you bring a dessert? Can you bring some wine?" And then, of course, we do.
Mm-hmm.
But
All right.
um,
Well,
should we
in
look at
Asia in
Ariana?
general, okay, yeah.
Go ahead, finish first.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you another thing. In Asia,
Yeah.
the society, we're a very closed society, in the sense that people are shy. For example, if I say, do you want me to bring something, that automatically by default, the host is going to say, no, don't bring anything. Do you understand?
Okay.
So we don't even
Yeah.
ask these questions, because you're putting the host in a situation. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like that now. For example, like, as you might have seen, in a lot of Asian cultures, we give money for New Year to our younger family members. We
Hmm.
gift them some pocket money, okay, for example, and you are supposed to refuse it in the beginning. Although you want it, you have to refuse it a few times, but this is only to be polite. So it's really different dynamics
Okay. Yeah,
in
yeah, for
Asia.
sure. Yeah.
Ariana.
I wanted just to make sure, yeah, with Ariana. So she's asked, I don't understand. So I had said about them or using they. And Ariana, I
Yep.
wrote two sentences. This can just help you understand. So these two sentences are basically the same thing. So I will show him the monuments. I will show her the monuments. Um, I can say I will show him or her the monuments, or I just say I will show them when it's not important to specify. So them can also function as a singular if I just don't care. So there seems to be a delay, and I can't decide if it's my computer coming from. I don't know. Because right now Angela is frozen. I'm going to keep going and okay, so looking at some more of these things, preparing to host. Fresh towels. You guys, in this part, maybe there's a bit of vocabulary. If there are some words that you don't know, please ask, what is this? What is that? So that we can help you. Yeah. So fresh towels, towels in the bathroom, to dry ourselves. Maybe having an extra toothbrush just in case your guest needs a toothbrush. Making sure you have food, beverages, and snacks. We talked about that. Good things for hosts to do. An itinerary for sightseeing. So yeah, I know when my friends came in September or October, I had some maps. I had a little book about Milan. So I gave them some things to help them, know their way around. No problem, Arianna. Cool. Okay. That you do. What do you do in your house? How do you prepare for a visitor? What do you do? Maybe you have some specific things. In my house is quite small, and I have a balcony that I can clean. I can clean out this balcony. It's a closed-in balcony, so it's inside the house with windows, but it's sort of a private area. So I usually empty this balcony for my friends. All right, here's looking at a little bit more common things. So hospitality, when our friends arrive at our house, questions we ask, ways that we might respond. This is a nice activity for you to think about the colloquial ways that we talk in English. So you can, your friend is coming to visit. They've been traveling for a long while. I think Angela's trying to come back. Welcome.
Oh God, I'm trying.
How was your flight?
Am I
Angela?
in? Okay.
You're here. No problem.
It was Qatar Airways. Oh God. The connection is killing me.
Yeah, that's okay. If it's really difficult, and if you get kicked out again, if you want, I can finish up to you. But how about maybe we can just like if you were coming to visit me and I asked you, how would you answer? So I'll go on to the next one.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
You're coming to my house.
I'm so hungry.
So
yeah, I'm so
arrived.
hungry. I'm always hungry. You know that.
Now, what can I offer? I know. What can I offer you right now? In my house, we have we have some focaccia. We made some focaccia because we have time.
I love focaccia.
Would you like some
homemade focaccia? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah, we made it. It was good. It was good.
Wow. Nice. Okay, so yes, I'm always ready to eat. I love food, something to drink.
And how can we answer that? Probably, this is interesting. Like you were saying, like your culture often, and in the United States, I think in a different way than maybe in Nepal, but also in my culture, we don't want to seem too eager. We don't want to seem, so if someone says, are you hungry? Don't say, yes, give me something to eat. We say, oh, no, thank you. Right? We usually say no, even though maybe we mean yes.
But that would be you. I think that would be you. I have other friends who don't do that.
Yeah,
American friends.
Maybe my family, my mother taught me this.
Your mother raised you well. That's
maybe.
Right.
Filippo's asked, what is a nap? I love a nap.
What is a nap? Oh, God. What is a nap? I think we talked about this the other day, didn't we?
Maybe.
The Spanish.
The siesta.
The Spaniards love it. Yeah, a siesta.
So the nap is the little moment of sleeping, usually in the afternoon, right?
Exactly.
Taking a
Just
nap.
a short period.
Yeah, a little sleep.
Yeah, like a power nap.
what would you say if someone asks you? Oh, well, so sometimes, yeah, people come in and we tell them, so they have all their bags, and so we say,
Yeah.
okay, you can put your bags here,
Mm-hmm.
and probably you would respond, thank you. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
thanks a lot.
Thanks. Yeah. Is it okay if I put it here? Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
Things like
Okay,
that. Yeah.
we
Mhm.
take them into the bathroom and we say, here are your towels. Respond,
Uh-huh.
thank you. Thank you everywhere. A lot of
Yeah, yeah.
thanks.
Thank you. Of
Yeah.
course, because we're polite. Yeah. Oh, Filippo, where did that come from? Kidnap.
From nap.
Okay, so
Totally different. Completely different
okay.
idea, Filippo.
Very different. Very different. So
Oh, Angela's
kidney.
having problems. Angela, you froze right
Oh
in
my
the
God.
middle of your
I am having
Yes.
super. Okay. So I haven't had problems all morning. It's just during this lesson. I'm so upset.
That's okay.
Okay. So yeah, exactly. So to take a child, uh, is it only according to you, Seth? Do you think only
I'm
children
just
can
thinking
be
it can be
kidnapped?
anyone.
Yeah,
No,
I
it
think
can be anyone. So to
anyone
kidnap is when it's a crime. It's when
fully.
you
It's a
illegally
fraud. Yeah, when you take,
yeah, when you
you forcefully
steal the
take someone.
child or the person.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a kidnap.
Yeah.
Okay. The
Um,
Italian word would be rapire, I
you
think.
yeah, rapire.
Mhm.
Exactly. It's when you take someone. So nap, I th- I don't know, like nap. I don't know exactly what nap. It's an interesting word. I don't know what it means, but like why nap can mean to sleep, but also kidnap. It's the same sound, but different ideas. So
Different meanings. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
um, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going so back to our thing. So, oh, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe our friends say, I'll do whatever you want. You tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh,
Nap
please
is
make yourself at home.
Pisolino.
Pisolino.
Very good,
Yeah,
Pamela.
nice.
Yeah.
I love a nap. I love. And here
Yes.
again, at home, which is a really common thing in English. Really, really common to say. Be
Yeah.
comfortable. Do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
nice.
To put your
Oops. Let
friend or
me.
your visitor at ease. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
This part, so this can be for you guys at home. This is a really good moment for you to participate. So it says clues to create your own dialogue. So maybe what you can
Mm-hmm.
do, because to have a dialogue is a little difficult right now, but maybe at
Yeah.
home, if you use the red word, create a sentence
Mm-hmm.
that you would say to your visitor. So, like with flight or trip, maybe you would say something like, "How was your trip? How was your flight?"
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you can use the red words to create some
Mm-hmm.
sentences that the host would say. Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
go down, maybe Angela, to maybe start making some? There's
Yeah.
many possibilities here. There are many good answers.
Yeah.
So
So
what are
many.
some things that we can create? And once again, Angela has frozen. So I will do this.
Oh, Seth.
So you guys,
Hi.
just if you want to, yeah, you disappeared for a
Hi.
while. Hi.
Okay.
Saturday morning. Right now you're back, yeah. Uh, but okay, I'll start doing some of this though. So flight or trip, we might say,
Mm,
how was your flight? How was your trip when people have arrived? Um, how were things? If you were jet lagged, jet lagged is the word that we use. The jet is the airplane. So sometimes when we've been in the airplane for a very long time, you're very tired. So jet lag means to be tired because of the voyage is very long. So if someone says, "Oh, how was your flight?" you might say, "Oh, I'm a bit jet lagged." It means I'm tired. I'm tired from flying. Thank you, you guys. We've got some. How was your flight? How was your trip? Perfect, Luca. Ariana says, "How was your flight?" Terrible. There was a child that cried all the time. All the time. Nice.
Adesso Babbo te lo metto, da papà intanto.
Oh, I
am
hear.
I back? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So Seth and guys, if I get logged out once more, I think I'll just stay out so that I don't disturb the class. Okay.
Sure.
Seth,
No
is that
problem.
okay with you? Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
I've asked my husband to put off everything,
you-
everything else. Yeah.
No problem.
So yes.
How about
How was your flight?
let's toilet towels tooth you could ask with toilet brush. This one we looked at just before you came in, Angela.
Okay. All right. So let me just
Are
put
you
that
hungry?
down. Toilet towels. Okay. Where's toilet towels to brush? Okay. So here are your toiletries. Okay. I've put out some fresh towels for you. And here's a new toothbrush in case you have forgotten your.
Do you have
as a
extra
host.
toothbrushes at home? Do you have toothbrushes
Yes,
for others?
I always do. Yes, I do.
Me too.
I'm
think
sure
I
you
just
do
have
too.
one right
Yeah.
now. Maybe I need to buy some extra toothbrushes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on past this. So here's this is going to be so hard for us to read, I feel like, but we can do it anyway. So I'm going to start reading, Angela, and I'll read the blue, and then you can answer with the red. So,
Sure.
is there anything specific you'd like to see?
I want to see everything, but I'm not sure where we should go first or how long everything will take.
No worries. We can hit all the must-see spots.
I'm excited. Where are we going first?
Most sites are within walking distance, so we'll go to the city center and start from there.
That sounds great. Nice.
Yeah, good job. Let's look at this. Since no worries, we can hit all the spots. What does it mean to hit the must-see spots?
Places that you have to go to, the more famous landmarks, the places that people talk about. And for example, in Milan, it would be the Duomo, I think. Yeah, absolutely a must-see spot. The Castello. I would also say that the Last Supper, the Navili.
Yeah.
These are the must-see spots in Milan.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ariana, I hope that's answered your question.
Yeah, because must see, they've taken two verbs and they've put the verbs together to create an adjective. So a must see spot is a place that every city has must see spots. It's the important, the exciting, the cool things to see. What would you say, like in I don't know, you've lived in many places, so choose one of the places that you've lived and tell us what are the must-see spots in one of the cities where you've lived.
Let me see. The must-see spots. Well, I lived in Qatar for a very long time. So if you ever go to Qatar, if you ever visit Qatar, the must-see spots are Souk Waqif, that's the old market, the Corniche, which is the walkway right next to the sea.
Ah, okay.
And or is there another word for it, Seth, that you
So, there's maybe different words, but like sometimes we might
Exactly.
call it a boardwalk. A boardwalk.
Boardwalk? Okay, yeah.
Or just
Okay, so
the path along the sea. Yeah, I don't know if we
Yeah.
have there's different words.
yeah, and of course the desert. Okay, so you need to go to see the desert, because I mean these are the things that are must sees in
Cool.
Qatar. Yeah, and what about your place, Seth? If I were to visit you, where would you take me?
The must-see
Mm-hmm.
spots. I put up on the bottom a question that just so you guys can answer. So in your city, what are the must-see spots? What are the places that a visitor really needs to see in your city? Usually tourist attractions, right? So in my city, in my my parents live in the countryside. I grew up in a very small place. So in where I'm from in Ohio in the United States, there is a city called Cleveland but it's kind of far from where I live. It takes about an hour to go to Cleveland. I would say that Cleveland would be a must-see in my area. It's a nice city.
Mhm.
But more than that, where I live, there are more natural things because there are no people. I live next to a very, very big lake. And so the lake is definitely a must-see. And it is impossible to miss the lake because it is huge. It's very, very, very big. It's like the ocean.
Nice.
It's huge.
I love lakes.
Yeah.
I like the environment around it.
Yeah.
It's
So the
usually
lake,
very beautiful.
yeah, but this lake is so big that you cannot see to the other side. It's huge. It's very, very, very big. So the lake is definitely a must-see. And also we do have, I mentioned earlier, there is an amusement park, we call it. So with the it's a very big place, roller coasters, and so a very exciting place. If you like kind of like a Disneyland, if you like that kind of thing, it is a must-see. And in my region, in the summertime, it's a very, very popular destination for many, many people, not just Americans, but in the whole world. It's a very famous park. Other must-see near my house, there's also a natural park. There's a river that is quite famous, not famous, but it's a beautiful place because the river it's an interesting natural area. The water is very, very shallow, and because of this, there are lots of just plants and animals that live. It's a very particular environment, I guess. It's a special sort of area, and so there are lots of paths that you can walk, and it's very nice to see because there's lots of interesting plants that have to grow. It's a very special sort of
so there are hiking trails.
Yeah. So
hiking trails. Oh, nice.
and usually when
I'd
people
like
come
that.
visit, we take them there because the animals are lots of things to see.
Oh, that's nice.
Arianna has things. She says, I live in Milan. So yes, Duomo, of course.
Yes, of course.
Jessica tells us the must-see spots near my city is Cupola di San Gaudenzio. Oh, is that Novara? I think San Gaudenzio is in Novara. It's a church that's very, very, very tall. It's really, really high. I think I've been there. And then Lago Maggiore. I've never been to Lake Maggiore. That's like Varese, I think. Arianna.
The only thing I know about Novara is that there is a a cobbler there who makes the Pope's shoes. This is what I know.
Ah, really?
Since I love shoes, yeah,
Oh, that's
this is what
interesting.
I know. Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
Ariana says, oops, sorry. Ariana
Oops,
says,
we're both clicking.
Milan, there are many sites that we can define must-see spots, though people think that Milan is an economic city. Economic, adjective, no S, economic city without a lot of monuments. It's true. Many people think that Milan is not so beautiful, and
It's more
if we compare,
commercial city.
yeah,
Would
if we
you-
I don't know if we compare to Rome or Venice, it's very different
Yeah,
than those cities.
true.
But
It's an old
Milan is a
city.
very beautiful thing. It is. It's very old.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah.
old.
I like it. I like it.
I do too.
Yeah.
Pamela says, I live in Bologna, and the must-see spots are Piazza Maggiore, Sette
Maggiore?
Chiese, and San Luca, and others. Nice.
Okay.
Nice. I've been to
nice.
Bologna one time, but many years ago, and I remember two things, especially about Bologna. I remember that they have a leaning tower, like
Oh,
Pisa.
they do? Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
there's a tower
Yeah.
that's leaning right in the center of the city, and also I remember a fountain of, I think it's like Poseidon or something, like of a god, and it's a very beautiful fountain. I remember these two things. It's a nice city. Ariana says it. Ariana, watch the verb. So we don't say it hasn't. We say it doesn't have. It doesn't have
Doesn't
a
have
lot
of monuments. Okay.
Thanks a lot, you
Right.
guys.
Yeah.
I
Very
see we
nice.
just have 3 minutes left, so maybe we can do a little review so we can finish up. So let's see. Due torri. There. Pamela's told us about the towers in Bolo, the leaning towers. So
Okay.
apparently there are many leaning towers in Italy, but for
I
some
didn't know
reason,
that. Oh,
yeah, I
the
think
one
there
in
are
Pisa
lots.
is really, really famous.
Is the really famous one, but
Yeah.
there are lots of them actually. So,
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
maybe I'm
Interesting.
gonna
Very.
ask. Yeah, for our last question, I'll ask you, Angela. Who was the last visitor or the last visitors that you had in your house?
The last visitors. My cousin.
Mhm.
My cousin, Zurich. She'd come over with her daughter, my niece, I would say. Yeah. And we had a great time.
Cool.
We went shopping and eating, and of course they love Italy, and it was great.
Yeah. Everyone loves Italy. My last visitors were these two friends I spoke about earlier. They came. They were with me for 2 weeks, which is a really long time to have visitors. In Italian, they have this wonderful expression. In English, we do not have this expression, but I love this expression in Italian. In Italian, they say after 3 days, the fish begin to
I know this.
and I love that because it's so true. But in English, we don't say it.
True.
But I
Yes.
tell all of my friends this because they think it's so true. Well, so now we are our own visitors in our own
English, we can
house.
say familiarity breeds. Yeah. In English, maybe we can say familiarity breeds contempt.
That's true. That's true.
Somewhere there.
The idea that being too close
maybe
to
that.
people.
That idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is time for us to finish. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of trouble with our connection today, but that's okay. Thank you guys for staying with us. Thank you for participating. You get a day to relax, take a break, and watch some English movies. And Monday morning, we are back with you. So once again, I'm Seth from Milano Meravigli. Angela's also one of my colleagues from there. Yeah, she's saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Because
I'm here. Bye.
Here. So hello and goodbye,
Yeah.
and thank you. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a great weekend.